Haze, rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
welcome, geeks, gamers, nerds, and players. Are you ready to buy some entertainment? Are you ready for some really cool physical copies of games for your Nintendo Switch? Get them while they can. Well, yeah, I want to make this video quick because you have to be quick to pick these up. I'm going to do reactions to two videos. Neo Geo Now had a great video. We're gonna watch that first. And I picked up my copy of Gunlord, and I'm making this fast because you know what? I got the limited edition right here, and it's already sold out. But there is still the regular physical copy of Gunlord on NG Dev Team's website under 2,000. 1,999 copies, limited edition, even the regular. Get it now while you can because NG Dev Team, when they release anything physically, no matter what platform it is, the original Neo Geo, yes, they are still releasing stuff for the original Neo Geo. Or Dreamcast, it goes quick. And the popularity of collecting on the Switch, you got to get this now. It's an old school shooter, like, not like Contra, but darn it, what's that other one they had it on the Mega Drive, or the Genesis? I forget the name of it. I love the shooter too. Dang it, I'm just bad with my memory. All right, well, let's get to the video first. This is about the Samurai Shodown collection, which is going to be available for pre-order, I believe. Well, let's get to the video. This is an excellent video. Go subscribe to Neo Geo Now. A lot of cool Neo Geo stuff coming out recently. There's the mini console, the mini arcade, and hopefully we get one that looks like the AES soon.
Hey guys, Nabil here. Few Samurai Shodown
Yes.
updates today. The first one is, of course, the Samurai Shodown Neo Geo collection. We saw a trailer for that a couple days ago. We know it's coming out first in digital on PC in a couple weeks, and then
now I have. All right, I'll admit it. I have this. I have all the Neo Geo Samurai Shodown games on lots of ways legally, but I also have them illegally ROMs on my modded original Xbox. But I have the PlayStation 2 version. I used to have the Sega Saturn, the Japanese Sega Saturn of Samurai Shodown collection, and I sold those off recently. So I want to get this again. I also had some of these games on my Neo Geo X Gold, which I sold also. But this is, I love Samurai Shodown, and I believe you're going to be able to play online versus on the on English regions where it's released in English. So you can, there's also, based on this guy's videos, there's a Japanese version. This is Europe. So this is the one I'm planning to get. I have to be quick, though, because it's going to come in a shock box, which I always wanted. I had a shock box. I still have a shock box, actually, for my Neo Geo X Gold games. Even though I sold them, I still have the shock box.
We're getting a physical release in July. And we talked about how in Japan and Europe, there's going to be a collector's edition. And
yes.
As for Europe, it's actually done by Pixel Love. And these guys have been doing some amazing job with the collector's edition for the Samurai Shodown 2019. And we only had a look at the box of the Samurai Shodown collector's edition.
Yes, that's awesome.
And now we finally have information from Pixel Love. The collector's edition is not up for pre-order yet. It actually will be on pre-order on June 2nd at 4 p.m.
It's going to go quick.
UK time.
It will go quick, especially Samurai Shodown.
Collector's edition are limited to 1,800 numbers on the Switch and 1,200 on the PlayStation 4. And these things run quickly. So if you want to get your hands on this awesome looking collector's edition, set your alarm. June 2nd, 4 p.m. So what's in the collector's edition of the Samurai Shodown Neo Geo collection? Well, quite a lot of cool stuff. Now, first of all, we know it comes in the Neo Geo style shock box that we've seen before, but now we have more information on Pix and Love website. Now, this exclusive edition is numbered, as I said, it's actually not only limited, but it's numbered at 1,200 on.
Now, whenever I try to get a little limited edition, I don't even bother with the PS4 because I don't know. It's just that the Switch collector market is really intense. If I can, I get it for the Switch. Plus that, man, I don't like reselling. I don't collect to resell, but it retains its value and more so on the Switch. PS4 versions, they still go up in price. But if you want a really sought after item, get the Switch version. I can't wait. I hope I could snag this one too. I can't spend too much money, and I already got my Gunlord. Okay.
The PS4 and 1,800 on the Nintendo Switch. It comes with the Samurai Shodown Neo Geo Collection game. It's a physical edition. It's not like a download code or anything like that. An official Neo Geo box, numbered, and 104.
Yeah, that's BS. I hate when they do a box with a download card. No way.
Art book featuring previously unpublished design documents and illustrations. Dude, this is great, man. I can't, like I love how it looks, like how the shock box or the Neo Geo box looks, and I love like everything about looking at this collector's edition. But that 104 pages art book is insane. It includes never before seen illustrations. I can't wait for that. It's probably some of them, or maybe all of them, are going to be inside, like in the gallery mode in the game. But to have an actual, like art book in your hands is priceless. It also comes with 2 exclusive CDs to, as it says, to plunge back into the
Video.
art, into the typical sound
Interview with the
universe
developers.
of the Samurai Shodown series.
I love
Pretty
the
cool.
series.
We have CDs of the amazing games soundtracks and 7 lithographs in the colors of the Samurai Shodown saga. And man, this is amazing. Like these guys, Pixel Love, really, they're doing some crazy, awesome work on these collector's edition. They did a fantastic job with the latest Samurai Shodown, and they're doing that. So again, if you are thinking about getting this game, about getting this edition,
I have the latest Samurai Shodown for Xbox, I believe. I didn't get it for the Switch yet. The new one, not the old school sprites. It's very good. I haven't played it in a while. I also got to see what the DLC. Kelly, calm down. I want this bad. Tell me what you think. Have you ever played Samurai Shodown? It's definitely worth it. There's lots of ways to get it. Even if you have an old school system, I'm sure there's a collection out there.
Edition. Again, this is Europe. This is going to be the European version, by the way. You want to set your clock on June 2nd.
It's coming up.
4 p.m. UK time. So be there if you want to get it. The other thing I want to talk about is we have some new information, some details about the Storm Collectibles Haomaru action figure. Now, I talked about this before. It was revealed.
I'm not in. That's a cool figure, but I'm not collecting figures. Forget it. Go check out Neo Geo now. I'm hoping there's lots more that he could cover in the future, and I am taking that video out. I was mainly I'm just getting the. I'm not collecting figures. I don't like collect. There's just I'll run out of room, and I want more. Let's also look at. You'll see why I'm so excited about Gunlord after this review. We'll do a reaction to this review as well. Great time to be a gamer. Gaming is getting bigger again because people have been home so much. They're back into the gaming mode. So let's share the screen here, and you'll get to see this Gunlord review by Switch Watch. I honestly good group of reviewers. Nothing crazy, just straight reviews, lots of Switch content. Let's get to it.
Hey guys, it's Jordan here from Switchwatch. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Why aren't you doing an intro showing your weirdly pointy face? Well, this
Look at
morning
this
I went
game.
for my haircut and I look like a complete tool. Well, more than normal anyway, so you're not seeing it until I've sorted it out until the next video. Anyways, today we're going to a retro-inspired run and gun, Gunlord X.
Now,
You know I love a good retro game. There's always something...
if you're not interested in the physical version, you could get this on the eShop right now. This review is from a year ago, but finally, the physical edition. Get it while you can. Limited time only. I'll probably put in the description. If you are interested, buy it now. Buy it today because it's going quick. All right.
So exciting and intriguing about a brand new release on a dead retro system. While not as rare as you may think, there are often a handful of new titles produced and sold for systems that their makers long gave up on, whether it be the RPG Pure Solar on the Mega Drive or like the game we have here today, Gunlord, which was released on the Dreamcast and Neo Geo in 2012. Why so exciting? Well, if they're going against the odds and trying to be financially successful on such an old system, they pretty much have to be a stellar game.
Yeah.
The story for Gunlord X is very authentic to its era, as in it's a bit of fluff in a macho, action-packed way, whereby you are a bloke who is on a mission to save his missus from an evil, planet-conquering force who steal the souls of those that they vanquish. The story is told through mostly static cutscenes, similar to what you would find back in the day, and I like it. It obviously makes zero impact on the game as a whole, but as a faux retro platforming run-and-gun, it's exactly what I wanted. Technically speaking, this is an upgraded version of Gunlord,
I
as
don't
can
know
be
what.
seen in the added X to the name. If you played
Okay,
the
now
original,
I didn't watch this. I don't think I've watched this review before. I actually don't know what's in. I have the Dreamcast version still sealed. I never played it. I bought it because I knew it was my Dreamcast. I have it. It's just it's in a you know sealed up right now, and I never I never opened it. I might just keep it sealed now. Then I could get the Switch version, keep the Dreamcast version sealed. I don't know what's different in this, so I'm excited to hear what he has to say. This part of the review.
this won't be quite a brand new experience, but it does have plenty of tweaks and additions that may make it more enticing. Being a run and gun is nothing unique in the arcade scene, but for me, what sets Gunlord apart was the huge levels. There are 9 stages in total, but most of them are giant that necessitate exploration. Initially, it's a bit overwhelming. You're dumped in the first level, it kind of becomes a where the heck do I kind of go kind of game, but once you realize it is actually quite linear, you'll find yourself gravitating towards the end goal no matter what. There's lots of platforming and lots of blasting alien creatures, and you can clearly see the inspiration from the Well of Turrican, with a
Yes,
sprinkling of Metroid
Turrican.
in
That's
there
what it is.
too. It's full run and gun, so it's
Turrican. I
very
love
action based,
Turrican.
and you'll be pretty much having your finger on the trigger the entire time. There are a few different weapons at your disposal, and they come in classic arcade fashion where you really have to be careful as to which you pick up, as the new one will always override the one you currently have. It's a minor complaint, but the weapon pickups are so small and often really close together, making it very difficult to actually pick up the one you want. It didn't make too much of a difference since they
I
all
like the
felt
spread
equally
shot.
decent to
That's
use,
the one I
but I
go
would
with
have
all the
preferred
time.
if they perhaps spread them apart a little more and maybe not be so common. There are dozens of enemies and hazards in your way, and it can be tough at points due to being only be able to take a few hits before you die. It's supposedly a bit easier than the original game, however. Aside from balancing, I suspect the newly implemented twin stick controls will make it far less of a
Oh,
task to take down your enemies. You can still play with the
twin
original
stick
settings if you want to hold down an extra button to
twin stick controls. Awesome. Yeah, I want to try that. Definitely.
shoot in different directions, but why would you want that when you can just twin stick it? It's not 360 movement, so you're still limited to 8 directions, but it flows much better this way, and you definitely feel far more nimble. Jumping is mapped to the shoulder buttons, but that feels less weird than it sounds. For those who played the original before, you're probably more curious about the changes to this port. The developers are pretty adamant that this is more of a remake than an actual straight port due to some
Okay.
big additions to both gameplay and presentation.
Cool.
As this is the gameplay section, I'll just focus on that for a second. Firstly, the games have been expanded somewhat.
So I do have the original version and it's not exactly a remake, but man, I'm glad I have both. And one of the systems I'm never getting rid of anything for is the Dreamcast. I'm thinking I need to get a few things that I'm missing. Like I still don't have. Well, I'll save them. I've got to do more of these gaming updates like weekly, and there's not going to be a lot of gaming stuff on this channel, but there's going to be some. And this is what I'm interested in right now. If you notice, it's not any like current gen. I mean, not this is current gen, but it's not like newer type games. This is the type. This is my jam right here.
There are now 4 additional bosses to take shots at. Levels have been made larger
Cool.
and filled with more secrets, as well as the difficulty curve being balanced. Gunlord was a majorly tough game, and so it has been tweaked here slightly. For a start, there is an auto-save feature whereby you can start from the end of the level you just finished,
Cool.
rather than getting a full game over and having to start from the beginning of the whole game. It makes it far more scalable, but will still test your skills. And if you die mid-stage, don't worry, you'll respawn almost exactly where you died. And don't worry, those fans of the original, you'll still be in for a challenge, but at least many people might be able to see it through to the end this time. The gameplay overall is excellent. It's fast, fluid, and is almost a top-tier game in terms of run-and-gun action on the Switch. It aims to be a
Almost.
Turrican game, and I think it exceeds that goal. Maybe Turrican fans have already rolled
Yes.
up their sleeves to offer me to take it outside, but I do think it's more enjoyable. The audio is fantastic here. I'm not entirely sure if the music here is authentic to its original Neo Geo capabilities because it sounds very clear. The tracks sound like European trance music, not surprising considering the game was crafted in Germany, which adds to the futuristic feeling of the setting. Let's have a quick listen.
Oh, that's awesome. The shmup stage. Look at that.
If I had a minor nitpick, it would be the highly noticeable dead air when the
Well, 2 reasons I didn't get this on the eShop yet is my wife has taken control of my Switch, and I knew the physical edition was coming. I didn't know it would take a year later. It's actual a year later to get the physical, so I'm really pumped. All right, I have to steal my Switch back.
song ends until it begins again. Unfortunately, it's not looped indefinitely like you'd pretty much find in any game of this kind, so it does come off as a little bit amateurish there, as though the songs weren't initially composed for this game. I don't know if that's the case or not, but that's just the feeling that I got. Visually, the game is going for hand-drawn 16-bit era
That's what I
sprites
like.
in order to fit in with the old era. I think it looks very gorgeous indeed if you're into this retro pixel work. I mean, had you played this bad boy in the mid-90s in your local arcade or perhaps your local fish and chip shop, Gunlord would have fit right in and been one of the best lookers around. In terms of visual upgrades between the original Gunlord and this may not be entirely discernible unless compared side by side, but added parallax scrolling elements plus improved effects add minor icing on the cake. What's most exciting was the addition of widescreen support. Sure, as you can
Ooh,
see by the footage,
yes.
it's not true widescreen, but
Uh,
it's close enough. The extra width you're given to spot enemies, platforms, and secret locations opens the game up much more than originally. It also
that's
helps
a big change for this type of game to have widescreen. Yes, that's definitely worth the purchase, even if you have the original. Listen, I like getting my. I mean, Dreamcast could look decent on a new TV, but yeah, the widescreen support. That's where it's at.
Gate the where the heck do I go kind of vibe somewhat. In regards to still not having full screen, unless you're a heathen and want to stretch it out, there are plenty of border art to choose from. It puts the recent Castlevania collection to shame. Why don't more games offer?
Oh man, that's one that they need to come out with a physical edition. Is the Castlevania and the Contra collection digital only? Why did they do that to us? No, I need Konami. Oh boy. All right.
Like this. Performance-wise, the developers promised a stable 60 frames per second in both docked and handheld mode, and although I can't 100% verify no small dips, it looks like their promise has been kept. It's a bit weird having an old arcade game running so perfectly, especially one as hectic as this where you'd pretty much expect the game to turn into sludge at points. But no, this is silky smooth all the way through, you'll be pleased to hear. It's worth noting that those who only have a little bit of space left on their Switch or SD card, Gunlord X comes in at around 150 megabytes, which is very impressive, at least in this day and age. Value-wise, Gunlord X is coming in at £8.99 in the UK, €9.99 in Europe, and probably around that price in dollars. I think that's very reasonable value for a game like this. It may have its roots in arcade action, but it feels like a much fuller game than what you would get if you picked up one of the Neo Geo games on the Switch, and it's not that much more expensive. It's also a great game. I wouldn't say the replay value is quite so strong with this one, despite the New Game Plus, but the handful of hours worth of gameplay you'll get from it is certainly worth the price of admission.
Those bosses look
I
really
think
cool.
it's good value. If you're looking to pick up Gunlord X but need some eShop credit, we'll pop some links below as to where you can find them. Affiliate links, so every purchase helps us out massively. Just something to think about if you want to support us with our efforts
Yeah,
in
go
reviewing these
check out
games.
Switch Watch if you want a
Speaking
small
of which,
discount or
if you're a
whatever.
regular here, then we love you guys. Thank you all for your thumbs up, your comments.
You're
and shares.
welcome.
It helps us out massively, and we really couldn't do this without you guys. Be sure to keep it up as we rocket towards 30,000 subscribers. If you're new here,
They've gone way
consider
past
joining
that
in
since
and
now.
getting us to that magical number. Plus, you'll get all our awesome Nintendo Switch content, reviews, gameplays, and a feature here and there. It is well worth it.
Oh,
Before we
look
get
at
into my
Dragon
final
Boss.
thoughts, yes, we are giving away a download code for Gunlord
Well, this
X.
is
Thanks
in
to
the past.
developers
No.
who kindly gave us an extra one. It's pretty simple to enter. By the time this video has gone up, I'll have put out a tweet on Twitter asking you guys to follow me at SoWhatAboutGame, also the development team, as well as retweeting that tweet. I can't show you yet because I haven't done it yet, but if you follow me on Twitter and head over to my
All right,
page
get to the
after
score,
this video,
Switch
I'm
Watch.
sure you'll be
Get to
able
the
to find
score.
it. I'll pick a winner
Come on, get to the score.
24 hours later, so early birds catches the worm, right? Everything will be handled on Twitter. That's where I'll inform you that you've won and give you the code. So good luck with that. On to my final thoughts. Overall, I'm just happy that Gunlord is now available on a far more accessible platform. As cool
Yeah.
as it was to have a new release on both Neo Geo and Dreamcast, it almost seems like a waste to keep it so limited and away from the hands of everyone. Now it's here on the Switch, and it's certainly worth the modest price of admission to experience a fantastic run and gun ride. It might not be a top tier essential release on the Switch,
Yes, it
but
is.
you'll still
Yeah, it
have a
is.
great time with it if you're into Turrican or perhaps a more action packed Metroid game. It looks fantastic, it sounds fantastic, and it plays pretty fantastic. The whole game is fantastic. It's an 8.5
Nice,
out of 10.
nice. All right.
Okay, guys, I hope you've enjoyed.
My
All right. All right. I got it already. I pre-ordered it. Go check it out now. Listen, I could do my own review if I wanted to, but I'm not like an articulate guy. I like to just react to stuff. And these guys are probably, even if I tried my hardest, these guys would probably do it better. They get into all the details. I just like collecting and I like playing. And I like talking to you guys. So go, if you're interested, I highly recommend Gunlord. And then if you like 2D fighters, Samurai Shodown Collection on the PS4 or Switch, definitely worth, because now it's online play. That's worth it. I have the PSP version, PS2 version. I might even have the Wii. Now we just need a Metal Slug collection. Ooh, Metal Slug. I love Metal Slug. All right. See you later for Movie Madness. I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully I could get the Completely Necessary podcast back together to combine gamers and movie geeks together. See you later.